Good morning, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Live with Liz, our coffee break of the week where we talk about legal marketing and business development. Oh, I need a sip. Today we're talking about client satisfaction, client data, retention rates, just keeping clients happy. Why are we focusing on this? Well, if you know me at all, or if you've watched Live with Liz, you may have gathered, or if you're in marketing and maybe you're an LMA member, you may have gathered that the easiest way to get new clients for a law firm is by word of mouth and recommendations and referrals, primarily from happy clients. So how do you have happy clients? Do you have happy clients? Do you know if you have happy clients? This is a really important thing to understand. And the way to understand it is often to mine your own data, understand the relationships that exist within your client network, feedback from your clients. Are you getting unsolicited referrals and recommendations? Because that's wonderful. If you are, congratulations. And there are some other things. So I get asked pretty frequently whether or not a client satisfaction survey is worth it. There's not a lot of participation in the experience of most firms. My general answer is still, yeah, they're still pretty worth it. But the way you conduct them can make a difference in how many responses you get, and whether or not the data, the insights that you learn from the survey results matter. And it depends on the size of your firm, your practice area, your jurisdiction. But one of the best pieces of advice I can give you if you're planning to do a client satisfaction survey is watch the timing. I mean, I recommend if you're on a calendar year, doing this at the beginning of January, which gives you kind of an immediate look back to the previous year. It's a calmer time of the year when more people are potentially available to respond. So timing is one thing, but not that super relevant for every practice area. The other thing is making the survey as easy to respond to as possible. What do I mean? So if you send me questions and I have to fill in, 20 answers and it's going to take me actual time to do it, I'm not going to fill that in. Actually, first of all, you have to make sure your email even makes the inbox. If it goes to spam, obviously I'm not filling it in. You want to be strategic about the way you reach out to your current clients, and you want to maybe have something to offer in return. But when they go to fill out this survey, I recommend using something a little more sophisticated than, a Word doc or an Excel spreadsheet. You want to use your SurveyMonkey, but you want to really spend some time curating the questions so that it's quick and simple. Keep it to, 3 or 5 questions. Don't go beyond that. Don't expect your clients to spend a lot of time with it. Do express your appreciation when they are completing this and sharing their insights with you about how you can improve to make your services better for them. Being able to offer them something and do something for them can be a carrot to getting them to work with you and give you some feedback. I also recommend using something like Typeform. Use something super modern and easy for people to answer that's visually appealing. When they click on that link, they say, oh, look at this. I can fill this out. Yay. And then don't have such high expectations when it comes to the responses. So maybe you will only get a 10 or 20% response rate. That's okay. The information can still be useful. Obviously, any negative information can be useful because even a singular negative experience can inform how you're providing your services or an area where you might be able to improve that you didn't know about before or didn't think about. Now, the client satisfaction survey is really just a small tool or element that you can use to understand if your clients are happy. Obviously, there are some other things that you can do as you, like I said, mine your data. So every year you want to do an analysis on your clients. You want to see if any clients have departed. That's a very easy way to measure if there's something going on in terms of client satisfaction. If there's something wrong that you need to address, you can tell pretty easily when clients are just leaving. If they're just departing, but you need to find out why. And so in some cases, I have been with firms and I said, well, why did these clients leave? These are, you lost 6 clients, 12 clients, 20 clients in the previous year. Why did they leave? And the answer might be, we don't really know. Well, did anyone pick up the phone and call and ask? So certainly when clients are leaving you, you want to inquire as to the reason. Sometimes it has nothing to do with your firm. Sometimes it's as simple as we were acquired and we were told we have to send our work to another firm. Or maybe there is an issue. Maybe it's with pricing. Maybe it's with the quality of service. Maybe it's a different issue with the company that also has nothing to do with you. Well, we just don't have the work anymore to send. And we just want to close these files to make sure that we're completing our due diligence and that we don't have any outstanding representation where we might get an invoice that we didn't know about in the future. So we just want to close our representation or terminate it. Well, these are things that are insights that are helpful to you to understand whether or not departing clients are leaving because there's an issue with the service you're providing, or if it's just a matter of course and that relationship is ending. But reaching out gives you an opportunity. It gives you an opportunity to ask for referral business, to maintain the relationship, to present your services again and say, well, next time it comes around, please do consider us. And your business is important to us. So this inquiry itself that is going to potentially give you valuable information about how you provide your legal services, this inquiry by itself can reveal information, but also be an opportunity for more work and for more opportunities to connect in the future. And I want you to use those inquiries, those calls, even if it's 5 calls or 10 calls, those could be the most important calls you make that year. And you can say, are you attending any conferences this year? Or maybe we'll catch up later in the year. And I want you to keep those people in your CRM. I want you to keep those people in your network and make sure to follow up with them later as, recent former clients. Still very important people in terms of getting new business and understanding client satisfaction. Now, not all of your clients are going to be as forthcoming with you as I might. I imagine most Americans will play it pretty straight, but they may not be at liberty to talk with you about it. They may not want to talk with you about it if they are disappointed in your services. Certainly, there could be another issue. So I want you to look at your client data, and I want you to see if you can understand a few more things rather than just the obvious when people leave. So you have this one opportunity when they leave, but you also want to understand, are they sending you more work year over year? You may have active clients. This is especially true in intellectual property. So you may have clients that just stick with you because there's no other good choice, or maybe they actually just let you maintain the assets they have, but they're not sending you any new work, and maybe they're casually sending work to other firms. So I want you to take your top 10, 20, 50, 100 clients if you're a bigger firm, and I want you to check and see, is work going somewhere else? Is it still coming to you? Is it coming to you at the rate it was before? Are there competitors out there who are servicing the same clients you have? Are you capturing all of their work? So this is something where you're going to take those clients that we talked about. These are going to become your representative clients for client satisfaction metrics. And you're going to try and understand what work they have and where it's going. So when you're looking at client data, you can use third-party resources as well as your own internal resources and say, okay, over the last year, 3 years, 5 years, these 100 clients have been our top clients. Okay, top clients maybe in terms of revenue and volume. Maybe you have like a top 10 or 20 list of your best referral clients. That's also a useful thing to understand. And then, especially if it's IP, you have all sorts of ways to understand where their work is going. So you're going to do a portfolio analysis for them. Even if they only send you a little bit of work, you may even benefit from doing a portfolio analysis on all of your clients on some level annually and say, okay, well, let me utilize this tool. And maybe you have like a core search tool, or like Trademark Now. Maybe you have some sort of, maybe you can just go to the office, look up the firm and say, okay, is this company sending work to other firms that compete with you recently? And then you can have an idea, and this doesn't work for every practice area, but for intellectual property specifically, it does. So you can even manually look it up. You can set up automatic reports to know when your clients are sending work to other firms. Those automatic reports, that you can do that in the United States, you can do that in several other countries around the world where the data is public, to understand if work being sent from your clients is going to competitors. right? That's a red flag. That's an indicator that a client is using another firm and not you. Why? And these are the companies that you want to be careful about managing your relationship, but make a true effort to do it. Find out if there's something that the other firms are offering that you're not, if they are just giving somebody a try. Obviously, if an RFP comes around, if you're being requested to provide a pricing estimate newly, if those things are happening, there's a consideration about your work, there's an evaluation being done, and it's an opportunity for you. It's an opportunity for you to understand whether or not these clients are truly happy with your work. And if they're not, you can change. You can make an adjustment and say, well, what is it about the work that we've provided and the legal services we've given? What is it that you don't like? What is it that works for you? Is there something missing? And that this gives you a real opportunity to utilize that information to make changes at your firm when it comes to the quality of your service, how you price things, how responsive you are, what tools you're using to deliver client services, because that makes a difference. I mean, you can say, I'm the best of the best and I'm the best litigator, I win all the cases, or, I have closed millions of dollars in deals. Of course, they want to work with me. But when it comes down to it, there are a lot of factors that maybe you're not considering, and this is a good time for you to understand your clients, to be able to make those changes to yourself and to the law firm that you're working with, to your own firm if it's yours, and to the legal services that you provide. And maybe you already know where there are some pitfalls. So this is something else to consider when you're trying to reach out to these clients and understanding what they're doing. If you've identified certain areas that you think could be improved, but you're not sure, ask, right? I know some of the attorneys that I've worked with over the years have had difficulty asking. And there were times, even as a corporate, where I would take work away from one firm and give it to another, and it had nothing to do with the quality of service that a firm was providing. There are some practices, especially when it comes to international legal work, that don't make sense and that get updated for the times. And you have to be aware of those too when you see client movement and client decisions that don't necessarily make sense to you. So for example, when I was in-house, I was using outside counsel to manage certain international work around the world. I didn't want to have to send instructions to, 20, 30, 50, 100 different law firms myself. I wanted to utilize a third party. Well, if outside counsel, and if that's you, provides amazing services, provides the legal tools necessary to get the job done easily, doesn't waste time, these are things that are going to be beneficial and make me do it. But there were times when I said, why are we doing this? We have 6 different law firms in this one country. Let's consolidate. Why is outside counsel sending this work this way? Well, sometimes a corporate will just take the work away and not explain to you the reasoning or logic behind it. It's absolutely okay to ask though. And hey, conferences are going to come back. This pandemic is going to end. And yeah, you're going to be able to buy them coffee or lunch and say, what gives? Tell me what's up. I need to be a better lawyer. I need to be a better legal service provider. And I want you to tell me how to do it. And they might respect you for that. It's amazing what I'll do for a Starbucks gift card. So, if you have any apprehension about reaching out to your clients in a certain way, talk to us. We can help you find the right way to do it. And don't be afraid to use incentives and to use the tools that you have available for you to understand how this works. We are one of those resources that you can turn to in times when you just don't understand what's not working, why things are changing, your revenues are declining, and you can't figure out whether or not it's because your clients are unhappy or there's something happening in the market. Let's figure that out. Send your questions to solutions@firmforward.com or visit our website at wait, there are 3 W's, right? Whatever, firmforward.com. That's us. Anyway, right, exactly, Mariana. Who doesn't like Starbucks? Anyway, hope to see you next week on Live with Liz. If there's a topic that we haven't covered that you'd like to see, let us know. We're getting ready to plan annually for next year. We're big planners. So yeah, have a great rest of your week. And hope to see you next time on Live with Bliss.